Right. Although that's definitely there's popping it up. No, I guess I did. We've gone live. Although it's the Martin Fowler Scrum. It's Friday. We've got Sam and Will. Yeah, we're just talking about the time to start the event, and then there's also like the time to make it go live, as in broadcasting onto YouTube.
Yeah.
So there's I mean, I did go through a phase of like starting the event like 5 or 10 minutes beforehand to kind of and not pushing it live, to sort of create like a kind of hanging out sort of thing. Maybe I should do that again. I tend to be like doing like different things, and then all right, it's time for the Scrum. And
yeah, it's definitely cool to have just an informal chat. I know that you need to. The Scrum is important. I guess we've got the AV, the community meetings as well.
Yes, for other. Oh, and Sigu is here. Sigu, hello, Sigu. Yay, Sigu.
Hey guys.
Good to see you. We were just sort of chatting about different start times and this and that, and actually maybe so. I've got a few other thoughts. Actually, good point. There's an AV community meeting. I guess there's a general thing about how one replicates the fun aspects of face-to-face, working in the same office through this strange medium that we have. But yeah, and Michael is here as well. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, good stuff. Michael is here. All right, there we go. We've got the hangout. We're on the air. I was just going to make a little note to myself about what was it? Oh gosh, what was it talking about? Oh yes, replicating face-to-face. Anyway, let's start off the meeting, and Will was first in. Will, it doesn't have to be about adventures. You can just say I had the most amazing lasagna yesterday, and I'm personally still very interested. It can be the whole world is the limit really for us. But, yeah.
I've had a few days off. I've been I did a really cool pairing session with one of the other Free Code Camp leaders on Wednesday, which I'm hoping to turn into a series. So that's quite fun. Yeah, I've just been doing a couple of other things for the last few days. I've kept my eye on my Slack for the project, and I think there's been a couple of new people joined. And I went to a blockchain event on Monday. And realised that people are interested in my skills as a smart contract developer. So I've been thinking about what I need to do to have a little website as like my calling card. And actually, from thinking about that, I realised that that's one of the places that I could put the payment system that I'm working on. I can have a pay button on my website if I've done some work for somebody, and that would be a nice way for somebody to use what I'm doing.
Sounds great. Great stuff. So nothing blocking you then at the moment?
No. I had some trouble with Git this week, but I've got over that now, I think.
Great. And any other plans that you want to tell us about?
I'm not sure what my next step is now. That's all. It'd be cool to talk with one of the other project members, really.
Yeah.
But no.
All right. No problem at all. Yeah, I have some thoughts based on some of the things that you said, but yeah, we'll come to that at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff. Great update. Thanks, Will. Sigu, how are things going with you?
So can you hear me?
Yes, hear you just fine. Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. So I traveled to the coastal city of Kenya for some Rails guys training over this weekend. So it's starting this afternoon. That's why I've not been so much online, so much movement during the week, and right now I'm not even in Nairobi. Yeah, I was working on website one. What did I do on website one? The calendar, it's okay. It's showing the events, but I have issues with the time zone. So it's not displaying on my local time zone. So I am looking into the documentation and trying to see if I have an option of changing the data as it comes, so that I add onto the time that I have, I can add the user's local time zone onto that. Because I've seen that that's possible when I was using my browser's console. I was able to do that using my browser's console. So if I can take that data and add it to the start time and the stop time, then it should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plan after this, I know I was supposed to give you details of how I was working with the Jitsi thing, but not really settled. And this event also. Yeah.
No problem at all. No problem at all.
Yeah. So I don't know how long that will take me to finish, but probably a weekend or maybe next week. I should be ready for that.
Okay. Yeah. No rush. There's certainly plenty of other bits and pieces to fix. But yeah, sounds like nothing explicitly blocking you. Just carrying on. Good work.
No. Just looking through the documentation for full calendar.
Yep. Great stuff. Excellent. Thank you, Sigurd. Michael, how are things going with you?
Good. So I was working on basically optimizing the model.
Right, for the premium model, premium analytics.
Premium analytics. And I think I've gotten some results at proving the accuracy, allegedly.
That sounds positive.
This, of course, is all in the Stark data, so.
So anything blocking you at the moment?
No.
All right, good show. And I guess, plans are to carry on working on that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and that leaves me. So this morning, I have been working on getting a replacement for the Start Hangout on Air button, which I think of the many different things that are broken and not working, that's probably the most dangerous in the site, because you can start it and then this is another one of the issues you encountered last week, actually, Will, that it gives you a hangout and it looks like, oh yes, here we go, hangout. Actually, no one else can join it. When anyone else goes to the same link, it starts it's like an anti-hangout. Basically, it puts people in their separate zones. You have to really imagine that there are people that pretend to talk to them. A bit like I sometimes do when there's nobody else in the hangout. But so I've got a work in progress pushed up for that. I think with yesterday, I have fingers crossed that I fixed the bug where the daily hangout would post the previous YouTube link. We will see when I run the Kempbeck Scrum later today. It's only didn't. I got it to fix it for the mod in Fowler one, but I was like, yeah, it worked. And then Kempbeck, the bug came up again. So a bit silly sort of bug hunts with that all week, but hopefully we're moving in the right direction. We had some nice async voting going on with website one. Yes, that's got a very good local support meeting yesterday at the new earlier time. We're talking about doing a sort of a bug fix sprint. Got lots of bug tickets voted on. Lots of little things to clear up there. But yeah, so not blocked. We've made reasonable progress this week. Things that we've got coming up. We've got the React mob, which is now moved on to actually looking at real code beyond the Stephen Grider course. So React mob coming up. We've got the website one meeting. We've got the AV community meeting. We've also got the time zone change in the US over this weekend, and who knows what hours we'll be doing things next week. It's that time of year where God or the governments that shake the time zones around the world, and then we kind of don't know what's happening. So I think that's my update. That brings us to the end of the Scrum, unless there's anything that anybody wants to I've got a couple of points I can touch on, things that people were saying. Is there anything anybody else wants to bring up, or any other questions or thoughts?
Nothing serious, just a fun fact.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, fun fact for Will. Will, did you know that last year Sam did not have a beard?
There you go. It's always evolving. I'm always like, it's an agile beard process going on there. And the thing is, actually, now I've broken I've got this razory thing which I use, and my son forced me to drop it the other day, and I've kind of broken but I've worked out that I can just actually get away with not shaving all year by doing kind of like a half trim, and just the aggregate time saved not shaving closely means I think the beard's going to stay for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about efficiency with beards.
I mean, life. Try it. You have kids, Will? I don't know. I've been viciously beaten into wanting to squeeze every moment out of the day. But there we go. I was going to ask the free code. You were doing some pairing with a free code camp person. I think you previously had you gone all the way through the code camp curriculum previously?
No, I've not done all of it. No,
but you've done a chunk of it, and obviously you're in there Slack or Git or whatever they use at the moment.
Yeah. I do it. I do it every week because I meet up in Nottingham.
Oh, there's a Nottingham like free code camp meetup, is there? Cool.
Yeah, and there's usually 2 or 3 of us there, and we just code together.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Yes. Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And so then I was going to connect that to a couple of, you were also talking about wanting to get a site set up for yourself, and
Yeah.
there's also this thing, the Odin project, and I'm thinking about starting a mob on that. There's a couple of people who kind of want to start building some sites for charities and things, and they've been doing like Code Compound, but that wasn't really. And anyway, so that's it's another interesting angle. But yeah, what's the message medium that the Free Code Camp use? Are they in because there was a big public moving away from Slack at one point. Are they all Gitter now again?
Yeah, it's all on Gitter.
Right.
The worldwide stuff is, but each group has its own Facebook group.
Oh, okay, so the Nottingham Free Code Camp they've got like a Facebook one. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you definitely got lots of options there for that. I guess yeah, very happy to chat to you more about anything you need there when it comes up. I haven't really had a chance to look at why this week. I've just been after being a week off and then up and down here and there.
Probably for the best.
But I was thinking, Sigu. So I guess at some point we should chat about a couple of things. Maybe we'll chat after the scrum. What have we done? Yeah, we're up on 15 minutes now. So the 2 things, which it doesn't necessarily have a group chat, but so it was about some local support stuff and other bits and pieces. Have you got a moment to stick around now, Sigurd, to talk, or do you need to run off?
Yeah, not really. We can talk. I hope it's not too noisy in the background.
Okay. You don't need to run off then, so we can chat now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, one was just so the local support meeting. We moved that meeting earlier, but so I guess is it going to be? I was sort of hoping that we might have had. So both I'd asked yourself and Cess and Stella. Cess and Stella both didn't show up. I wonder. We've also got this thing of the US time changes going forward. Any feelings about the time of the meeting?
The time for the meeting of local support, currently my afternoons, I'm okay with it. Yeah, so if we move it earlier or later, earlier, it's still not a problem. If we maintain it, it's still not a problem to me.
Yeah, we started it this week at, now, was it 2 p.m. UTC? Is that right? I'm just
2 p.m. UTC, that's like 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Cess, was Cess comfortable with that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cess had been worrying that you and Stella would have a problem with that. Stella has suggested 1.5 hours earlier as being better for her, and that certainly worked for the. We got Lian Zong joined us and Nicola as well. So we did have we had a good showing yesterday, but didn't see Stella or Cess. And I guess we'll just I won't dive into it too much more, because I think, as I was saying in a few meetings this week, until we actually people experience the fallout of the full changes, like, you can't. This is now the US time zone changes that come. All right, cool. Well,
so we can have a chat about that probably next week after this insanity is gone. The time zone insanity.
Yes, absolutely. That sounds like an excellent thing. So, I'll stop. We're up on the thing. I'll just stop the broadcast.